president's new health care law is turning into a major headache for insurance companies. Insurance executives say they now have the challenge of fulfilling President Obama's broken promise. And they're continuing to offer insurance plans to customers who received cancellation notices, is what he's asking them to do. But a number of insurers warn this could cause premiums to go up. Still, the White House believes many will follow the president's request.
Responsibility for taking steps to fix the problem for those individuals, to make that transition smoother, to allow insurance companies and state insurance commissioners to ensure that they can renew their policies.
But insurance companies don't have much time. December 15th is the deadline to purchase a plan on the new insurance exchanges for coverage beginning in 2014. So will this fix the problems and get Obamacare back on track? That's what we're talking about this half hour. And we also want to hear from you, so share your thoughts on Facebook and Twitter. We may use your comments here on the news. So in our newsroom right now is Fox 26 legal analyst Chris Tritico, news analyst Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. So what do you think, guys?
Well, you know, this has been just a roller coaster for the president and the White House. 39, I think it was 39 Democrats voted with the House Republicans to change the law. The White House is now saying that they can't change that law because it'll materially affect the way the Obamacare or the Affordable Health Care Act works. But the president is quickly losing ground on this, and they're going to have to do something. He's going to have to make good on that promise. He just doesn't know how he can make good on it. And here's the real problem. All of the insurance companies in the country have gone to every state regulator and gotten new policies approved that comply with the Affordable Health Care Act. They can't offer those old policies anymore, and the state regulators have all changed their policies that are approved. The old policies aren't approved anymore. Jackie Bally, how do they fix this?
They can't. I mean, I've been saying that from day one. Thursday's press conference was very painful to watch. I mean, he blamed the website administrators, he blamed the insurance companies. But the irony is he's saying now if you've been dropped from your insurance coverage, you can go back. There is no way that he can actually make the insurance companies comply with that request.
Or the states.
Or the states. And now some of his colleagues in Congress are saying that's not constitutional. But also, if that actually happens, let's just assume the insurance companies say, okay, Mr. President, we're going to do that, then he won't have the numbers that we're expecting to actually make the law be effective and work. So he's actually saying something that will hurt him even more. There's no way to fix this.
Mustafa, how does the president dig out of this mess?
Well, he's apologized. He's talking
27
about
times,
and he's talking about how to make this thing work. Look, this is a 6-month enrollment. We're in the first 6 weeks of it. It will provide eventually 98% of Americans health coverage. For people that have pre-existing conditions, that will no longer matter. If you have kids up to age 26, you'll be covered. The benefits of this are significant.
I don't disagree with that. I agree with all that. It's a great benefit. But the problem is the president said for 3 years, if you like your policy, you get to keep it, and you're not going to get an increase. And those two things were not true. So how does the president change that? Because that's what the young people are focused on right now.
Well, first, this is one small part of the population. Only 5% of the people that have health insurance are in this section. Majority of which, if they go through the exchange, will get a cheaper and better insurance. So that's the other part to this. The reason why these people are coming off of these policies, because these weren't very good policies to begin with. Now, someone could say, look, it's my bad policy. I want to keep it even if I want to. Sure, and the president said that you can, and many states like Texas and others are changing the rules so that people can keep these policies.
All right, let me go. I'll come back to you in just a minute. I want to go to Donnelly. He's monitoring the social media accounts. This always gets a few comments there, Donnelly.
Oh, it certainly does, and I love chatting with the folks on Facebook and on Twitter. You know, so many people are kind of talking about how much of this is political, that this is early in the rollout of the website and the new healthcare system, and, you know, a few bumps can be expected, but they're saying some people are trying to make it even bigger than what it is because it's political. What do you guys think about that?
Well, you know, that's something we were talking about off the air, and just, Jackie, we'll go to you on that. A lot of this is political gamesmanship on both sides.
Of course.
And now the Democrats are running a little bit scared right now, but the Republicans have been playing this ever since the law was passed. and doing everything they can to kill it without ever coming to the table to work on it.
We've been playing this, I'm going to use your words, I don't agree with them, but we've been playing this because we knew it was a bad law. We didn't exactly know how it was going to fall out. We were hoping that it wouldn't have the impact that it's having to so many of our voters and citizens, but we knew it was a bad law and it was not going to be effective. So it's playing out to be exactly that. Mustafa said something, he said that it's a small percentage, but that small percentage is what the president and many in his administration were counting on to make this law effective. And because of the bad rollout, this PR nightmare that's now happening, no one believes in the program. They're not getting the numbers, and that's why the premiums are going to continue to skyrocket. They're going to continue to get higher.
Mustafa, if the Republicans truly wanted to fix this law, wouldn't it have been better 3 years ago, instead of voting 42 times to kill it, than to look at ways to modify it?
Absolutely. Republicans are not interested in doing anything that would support President Obama, in anything, right? I mean, they rather make political points than try to cover Americans, because up until this point, there's not been a single solution that the Republicans have offered that how do we cover Americans? How do we really cover Americans and fix the healthcare challenge?
We're going to have to leave it right there. Dominique, we'll be back next week wrapping up the hottest stories of the week.
I am looking forward to it. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.